and welcome to Newsmakers Studio. My name's Jacob.
And I'm Darian.
And we are hosts on one of Newsmakers' shows, Gaming Buzz.
That's right. We are also producers of many other shows, too.
That's correct. And recently we purchased a whole bunch of new equipment for the Newsmakers Studio, and we thought it would be fun to show some of the equipment off and do some unboxing videos of it.
It's pretty exciting because we get to use all of this equipment, too.
Yep, we get to produce much better content with our new equipment, and it's really exciting. And we wanted to share some of that excitement.
That's right.
So this is going to be one video in a series we're doing, so make sure to check out the other unboxing videos we're doing.
Let's get started with the HP Z440 Workstation unboxing.
This thing is huge!
Oh, yeah.
This thing is a HP Workstation desktop PC. It's a very, very powerful PC designed for content creators and people who need to use heavy-duty PCs. This is the real deal.
Oh yeah, this thing has very nice specs, which we'll go over later in the video.
We have bought several of these recently for our video editing team to use. That way they can pump out more videos, better content. And I'm really excited to get this thing open.
Oh yeah.
This thing is huge, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick cut, and off camera we're going to open this up, and we'll be right back.
Yep, we're going to go right over it.
And we are back.
Yes, and let's start with the most important things from the box, which you'll be using quite a bit, actually.
I am detecting a bit of sarcasm in that.
Oh yeah. But actually, this is very important as tools for you to be able to use this computer. So in this box, we have a keyboard, which I'll get out of the box and I'll tell you a little bit of how it feels.
Generally, when you buy pre-built PCs, the keyboards and mice that come with them, though useful, tend to be very cheaply made.
Yes, this one actually, keys are a little bit mushy, but it will do if you don't have your own keyboard that is better or more expensive than one of these, but this will do. It is very comfortable.
Usable.
Yeah.
But my advice, if you're going to be using one of these things for a long period of time, get a nice keyboard. Get a really nice mechanical keyboard, and you'll be golden.
Yes, it is comfortable enough out of the box. So we can put this aside. And we have a nice little bag here.
All of the other contents were neatly put into this bag, so let's go through them one at a time.
Yeah, the PC actually comes pre-installed with Windows 7 Pro, but it does have a Windows 8.1 Pro disk.
And the nice thing about that is you have the option to do Windows 7, Windows 8.1, or Windows 10, because you can always upgrade it to Windows 10.
Yep, and it comes with everything. It has recovery DVDs, and those will come in really handy if you run into any problems.
Or if you're looking to swap hard drives or anything like that.
And install any drivers. And here's just some paperwork. Let's see, what is this? It just has some technical support information. We have a reference guide on kind of how to hook the different parts up, just for quick setup. And we have a graphics list configuration, which this workstation does not have a graphics card installed, but we did an unboxing of our GTX
980 Ti's.
Yes,
and
you can check that out right here.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
And so what we did with that is we're installing one GTX 980 Ti in each of these workstations. We did have a few problems with that.
Yeah, so
some of the cords that were needed were not there, so we kind of had to work around that. But we'll show that off later with a different video.
Yes.
When we do cover the installation of the graphics card into this machine.
Yes. And then we have installation instructions. It looks like this is just how to install Windows 8.1, which this will come in handy if you're still a little bit of a novice when it comes to installing programs or operating systems on your machine.
What else do we have in there?
This is our power cord for the PC itself.
And that looks to be a pretty long power cord. That's quite nice.
Yes.
Most of the time they skimp out on that to save costs and only give you like a 1 foot power cord. That's probably, what, 4 feet? just by looking at it?
I'd say around the ballpark of 6 foot to 4 feet, just to be safe.
It's pretty good sized.
It's long enough. And we have a mouse.
Now, I have felt one of these before when we opened one of these systems previously. They are very cheap.
Yeah,
and not very comfortable.
You can kind of hear the cheap click it has, but I mean, these are good enough to get the job done. So if you necessarily just want to buy the PC itself, at least everything's in the box. So you can pretty much just use it out of the box, which is actually a very nice feature.
They're not horrible mice, but once again, I'd replace it, if you can, with a better mouse. Because if you're going to be using this system every single day, you want to have a nice mouse and keyboard.
But it is comfortable enough.
Now, you ready to move on to the really cool item?
Yes.
All right. Oh, these things are really, really powerful, but that comes at the cost of being really, really heavy. So here's the front. It's kind of got an odd design.
Yeah, a little bit.
Got a nice handle here for holding it, which you're going to need because these things are crazy heavy.
Oh, yeah. Has a
standard side with the HP logo embossed into it.
Yep.
That's nice.
And then on the other side is the door. Oh, my. That heatsink is really heavy on the inside.
So it has a nice standard open door, so you can just latch it open if you need to do work on the inside of the PC.
And it's a very quick release, easy to open, easy to work with if you need to get inside of it.
I have to say, I really like these cases. They're very nice.
Yes.
And then we have the good stuff on the back.
Yep.
We have the motherboard with all of its ports. There are actually a lot of USB ports on here. How many are there on here?
Let me grab my information. There's a lot of information about this PC.
Yeah, I don't want to flip it back around. They're heavy.
Let's see, it has 8 USB 3.0 slots and 2 USB 2.0 slots.
So altogether, 10 USB ports. That's a lot of ports.
Yeah, and you'll definitely need it with a PC like this.
I'm going to have to do this, as much as I don't want to keep turning it around. On the front, it has 4 USB 3.0 ports and the standard headphone and microphone jacks.
And as I already said before, this PC does not have a GPU installed, but we will be installing our own. This has a 3.5 gigahertz Intel Xeon E5 1650 V3. It's a 6-core.
Geez, 6-core processors are really, really powerful and really nice for, especially for video editing.
Oh, yeah.
And see, the thing is, that's what we got in this system. But HP is really good at customizing these PCs to their users' needs. So there are a whole bunch of different configurations you can get.
Oh, yeah.
We also opted for 16 gigabytes of RAM on one DDR4 stick, though this motherboard has spots for 4 sticks of RAM. So we're probably going to upgrade it to 32 gigs in the future.
To mention, this comes with, as he said, it comes with 16 gigs, but it comes with 16 gigabytes of DDR4 ECC registered RAM. So that is it's a really nice RAM in the machine, and it runs at 2,133 megahertz. So it is pretty snappy.
It's a very nice PC, and we're going to see a lot of use out of this.
Yes, and what this PC has for memory installed is an HP 256 gigabyte Z Turbo drive. It's a G2 PCIe SSD. So it's not in a regular. It's not in what you would say a traditional slot that you use.
Because most hard drives connect through SATA.
Yes.
This connects through PCI, which is typically used for your graphics processors. And because of that, they are much, much faster than even your normal SATA solid-state hard drives.
Yes, it's a PCIe Gen 3.0 X4 interface. The read speed is really fast. It's 2,150 megabytes per second. So that's approximately 2.1 gigs a second of read speed.
That's crazy.
Its write speed is about half of that at 1,260 megabytes a second. So you can write a lot.
This thing is going to be very, very fast, and I can't wait to use it.
Oh, yeah. The motherboard supports up to 128 gigabytes of RAM or 16 gigabytes per slot. So that's a lot of RAM. On the front here, we have all these USB slots. The top one right here supports or is more or less designed for charging your devices, which is very nice.
Hey, you can charge your phone on it.
Yes, but
It has additional power outage.
yep, and it has a slim DVD rewritable drive, and it supports CD rewritables.
It's actually quite rare these days to get a pre-built PC with a DVD drive built in. So it's nice that this one already has it and you don't have to worry about it.
It is great, though, for a workstation to have a drive like that, so in case you need, if it's like an emergency situation, you can write to an optical medium and be able to move it quickly. As I already said before, it comes pre-installed with Windows 7 Pro, and then it comes with that 8.1 CD, and then you can upgrade it to 10 if you really choose so, and we are going to choose to go to 10 because that is the best option right now.
Agreed. I really like Windows 10, and that's probably what I'd recommend for most users.
Yes. And when it came to selecting the graphics processor for this workstation, we went to the GTX because it was a better value for us instead of a Quattro.
Quadros are the professional line made by NVIDIA, and they're very, very powerful, but what we were really looking for is something with a lot of CUDA cores to do really good processing, and the Quadros do not provide as well as the higher-end GTX cards. They're more designed, for the most part, for 3D rendering.
Very much, yes. And we're not going to be doing 3D rendering that we know of at the point right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go over all of the sides of this PC. First, I'm going to start with the front right here. It has 4 3.0 USB slots on the front. Here's the one that has the charging. Here's just the little the hard drive indicator light, just telling the information with these 3 little disc-looking things on the front. You can't really see it, but there's a little light there. There's your power button. Down at the bottom here, we have your badge to tell you, hey, look, we have a Xeon in here. Here's an HP logo. Sorry about that. And one of the really important parts is the DVD drive right here. It's like a laptop drive, very small, compact, but I'm pretty sure it'll get its job done if it needs to. Here's the side that is the door. It has a nice little easy to open and close latch. I'm not going to do that at the moment because they're a little bit tricky sometimes and I don't want to deal with that. And here's the last side that actually matters, because the other side is just a boring side of the case that just holds everything in, and the bottom and the top, which they both don't really have anything special about them other than just being a metal case. But right along the top here, no, the bottom, is the different places where you'll actually be installing different parts. So this would be where your PCI slots would be, and you have all your outputs. So if you install a graphics card, usually all of the different parts that are outputs will be out of these little doors. And then here is some of the important parts on the back. You've got sound in and out ports. Here is an networking slot port on the back, and then here's some more USB 3.0s on the back. Here's your 2.0s for USB, and this is where you can put a PS2 mouse and keyboard in on the back. And it looks like we have a motherboard power switch or something along the lines on the back. And here's where you would put the power cable right here, which you get in the box, which we've already shown you. It just plugs in right on the back. And plug it into the wall, it has power. And make sure not to block this right here, because that's the most important part for keeping this thing running and actually lasting you, is the fan on the back. It just is a nice airflow.
If you enjoyed this unboxing video of this HP workstation, make sure to check out the other unboxing videos we've done. I heavily recommend checking out the unboxing video we did for the graphics card that we're going to be putting into this system. You can check that out by clicking right in front of Darian.
Yep, right in front of me, right here.
And before you do that and go watch that video, you should subscribe.
Yes, and you should leave us a like and a comment. Tell us how we did.
Tell us if you're interested in getting an HP workstation or if you're looking at another computer build and what you thought of this unboxing video.
Also, if you already have an HP Z440 workstation, and give us your thoughts on how it is.
Well, I'm Jacob.
And I'm Darian.
And we will see you guys next time.